Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing great. So today I'm making this video for my students where I just wanted to give a clarity about Kali Linux installation process. Okay, so basically I've been getting a lot of questions that sir, I'm having only this configurations in my system. Is it possible for me to have Kali Linux in my system? Okay. So many people are telling different configurations and are asking same question. So in order to make things simpler, what I'm doing is I'm going to tell you guys what are the minimum requirements. First of all, in order to install Kali Linux, what are the minimum hardware requirements you need to have? And then I'll also give you guys clarity on if you don't have the prerequisites, minimum hardware requirements, if you guys don't have, then what you guys can do. So, what are the alternatives? Okay. So, I'll give you clarity on both of these. So, stay little conscious and listen to this particular video where you'll get full clarity about the installation. But either way, people who are meeting minimum requirements, that well and good. So I'll tell you what are those minimum requirements. So I'll share my screen and first of all, give you some idea about the Kali Linux installation. So first, I'll tell you guys um, what are the minimum requirements. So we are going to enter inside the prerequisites. Okay, so what are the system requirements? So when it comes to system requirements, guys, you need to have i5 processor. So you need to have i5 processor and eighth generation or above. So you have to have i5 processor or eighth generation or above, eighth generation and i5 processor. And you need to have 8 GB RAM. So these two are important. One is i5 processor, eighth generation, or above i5 processor, above eighth generation as well and good. And you need to either have 8 GB RAM. Okay, you need to also have 8 GB RAM or above. If you are having i5 processor, that's good. Okay, so few people are like, sir, I have i5 processor, but only third generation. That's fine. i5 processor, any generation will be able to handle. And if you are having 8 GB RAM, that's good. So you'll be meeting minimum requirement. Okay, so if you are having i5 processor, eighth generation or any generation in i5 processor or above i5 processor, it can be i7 or i9 also, it's fine. Okay, it's more good, more better. But minimum is i5 processor, eighth generation. Okay, and you need to have 8 GB RAM. This is mandatory. 8 GB RAM is mandatory. You need to have either 8 GB RAM or above 8 GB RAM. So it's mandatory. Okay, so these are the prerequisites. So when it comes to few people are like, sir, I use Ryzen. So if at all you are using Ryzen, it's better to go with you know Ryzen 7 or above Ryzen 7. Okay, so Ryzen 7 is almost equivalent to i5 processor. So Ryzen 7 or above would be also working. Okay, but 8 GB RAM is mandatory even if you are using Intel or Ryzen. 8 GB RAM is mandatory or above 8 GB RAM is also good. So few people are like, sir, I'm having i5, but I'm only having 4 GB RAM. In that case, I would recommend you guys to go to your respective showroom. If you're using Dell laptop, go to Dell showroom and ask them to extend your RAM. Okay, 8 GB RAM barely costs you some 1500 rupees or so. Okay, some 1500, 2000 rupees with warranty they'll give you. So that means if you're already having 4 GB, they'll give 8 more GB. So 4 plus 8, it is going to be 12 GB RAM. Okay. So you can go and check with the respective showroom. So i5 processor 8th generation or above and 8 GB RAM or above would do good. Okay. But few people are like, sir, I don't have i5 processor, I have only i3 processor. but I have 8 GB RAM. In that case, that is also fine. For few people, it works because of processing speed, logical process, and number of cores and all. Some systems, even if it is i3 processor, if you are having 8 GB RAM, you'll be able to maintain it. Okay, so you'll be able to manage it. So why we need 8 GB RAM? Because the thing is, you'll be running multiple operating systems in the same machine. Okay, so you're already having Windows operating system. So Windows is already occupying 4 GB RAM. Upon Windows, you need to run Kali Linux. Kali Linux at least needs 3 GB RAM, 3 GB RAM. So 4 to 5 GB already Windows is occupying. So another 3 GB, 3 GB or so you'll be needing for Kali Linux. So that is why 8 GB RAM is mandatory. Few people, even if they're having i3 processor, if they're already having 8 GB RAM, you guys can try installing Kali Linux in a regular way in VM, virtual machine. Okay, if you are meeting the system requirements, you'll be installing Kali Linux in your virtual machine. Okay, if you are not having system minimum requirements, that means you are having less than i5 processor, i3. But if you are having 8 GB RAM, try installing in regular way. But if your system is getting hanged, then go for alternatives. I'll also tell you guys what are the alternatives. But I hope till here you understood. These are the minimum requirements. So people who are having i3 processor but 8 GB RAM, so try doing it normally in VM. If your system is getting hanged, go for alternative because for few people it works. But either way, there are few people who will ask, sir, I have i3 processor, but I have only 4 GB RAM. Can I go to showroom and extend? So you can extend, but I won't recommend you to extend your RAM because you're already using a low-end processor, and if you extend, even if you extend your RAM, the possibilities of it working is very less. Okay, it's like you are keeping Ferrari tires to Morty car. Few people will have i3 processor and 16 GB RAM or 32 GB RAM for i5 processor. So processor does matter, guys. No matter how much RAM you have, you can't make a Maruti car turn into Ferrari car by just changing tires, right? So engine is main important, obviously. So the thing is, I wouldn't recommend i3 processor people to extend your RAM. If you're already having 8 GB, try it. Otherwise, go for alternatives. So the alternatives are, you guys can install Kali Linux as main OS. Okay, so people who are meeting the system requirement, you can skip this part. Okay, so I'll quickly try to cover this. So alternatives for people who are not meeting system requirements are, so install Kali Linux as main OS. Okay, that means you can remove complete Windows in your system and you can install only Kali Linux in your system. So Kali Linux needs 3 GB RAM. You already have 4 GB RAM. That would work. So install Kali Linux as your main OS. And second alternative is, few people are like, sir, I need Windows also in my system in day-to-day basis. I use Windows a lot. So in that case, what to do? So in that case, if you want Windows and if you want Kali Linux both in your system, then what you can do is you can do dual booting. You'll get a lot of videos, dual booting videos in YouTube as well. So dual booting is, you can install Windows, you can install Kali Linux in the same machine, but you can run only one at a time. That means either you can run Kali Linux or you can run Windows. You can't run both simultaneously. So when you are switching on your system, when you're switching on your system, it will give you option to choose whether you want to get into Kali Linux or Windows. So if you get into Kali, you have to only use Kali. If you want to switch back to Windows, you need to turn off your system, switch it on back. Again, you have to select Windows. Okay. But dual booting in long run, hardware issues might come up. Why? Because if you are keeping on shifting from Windows to Linux, Linux to Windows, sudden shift of hardware will happen. Because of that, components in long run, there might be small minor issues. Okay, but either way, that's dual booting. In many colleges you have Ubuntu and Windows running in same PC. That's dual booting. Okay, and apart from that, let's say few people are like, sir, I want to set up my own system. So I don't have much budget, but I want my own Kali Linux. Is it possible? It is possible. So Raspberry Pi is one option. Currently, Raspberry Pi Model 4B is running. I'll just show. Model 5 is running right now. Model 5 has recently released. So if you can see my screen. So basically, this is Raspberry Pi. Okay. So this is a mini CPU. Mini CPU. So currently, Raspberry Pi 4B, I'm having Model 4B, but currently running Model is 5. Recently, it got released. This barely costs somewhere around, 7,000, 8,000 rupees. It barely costs. And you can see here it has four USB ports, 2.0 and 3.0. And there is an Ethernet port. And here you have C type. This is C type power connector. You can use your mobile chargers also in order to give power supply to Raspberry Pi. And apart from that, you are having here, you can see these two are HDMI. So these are HDMI ports, and this is aux cable, aux port. You can see, you already know. So here you have a small micro SD card. You can see here. Okay, here we can install our Kali Linux. So I have installed my Kali Linux in this. We have to flash it. We have to flash Kali Linux operating system in this micro SD card. So once we install it, so Raspberry Pi is a mini CPU. You can connect this HDMI to your smart TV also. In your home, you have TV. So you can connect this Raspberry Pi to your TV and connect keyboards and mouse to it. So you'll be able to access Kali Linux. It's like this is a CPU and your TV is like a monitor. Or if you want, you can do SSH connections also. That's all in-depth concepts. With my mobile phone also, I can have a Termix in my mobile, and I can do SSH connection from my mobile to my Raspberry Pi. Okay, so this is also one you know one easy way in order to set up your own Kali Linux. So guys, and another thing is why I use Raspberry Pi is because if you guys see here, these are GPIO pins. Okay, these are pins. Basically, in my case, I use Raspberry Pi to do IoT sensor pen testing. So IoT device sensors you'll have, right? So for doing IoT devices pen testing, I use this Raspberry Pi. It's very handy, very useful device. And if you say, what can the small CPU do? So if you know, recently even NASA was hacked with the Raspberry Pi. It's very a good device, and Model 5 has come in, which is way more efficient than 4B. So you can try out that. So barely within 10,000, you can set up your own Kali Linux or your own system. Okay, so we can carry this in our pocket. So if I go to any company to do infrastructure pen testing, we give security services to companies. So red teaming. So I just connect this Raspberry Pi to this LAN Ethernet port. I just connect their LAN cable and get network access, and I perform Nmap scans and all through my mobile phone itself. Mobile phone, I'll connect it with Raspberry, and in Raspberry I have Kali Linux, right? From mobile phone, I can send commands and run my commands through Raspberry Pi. It's very handy device. So you guys can explore this alternatives. Okay. Either way, so I hope you guys have understood so far. Okay. So either Raspberry Pi you can use, or you can see AWS EC2 instance. This is cloud. So basically you can install Kali Linux in cloud. Okay. So you can install Kali Linux in cloud. So AWS EC2 instance, infrastructure as a service they provide. So where in cloud you can install Kali Linux operating system. Okay. So Kali Linux operating system, you'll be able to install it in cloud. And for 1 year it is free tier. For 1 year it is free. But for registration purpose, they are charging now $1. So which is around 80-85 rupees also. Okay. But either way, it's better to, if you have a system, better to either install it as main OS or dual boot or use Raspberry Pi. So last resort, go for AWS if you're not having minimum system requirement. Okay. So I hope you understood the alternatives. Okay. So people who are meeting the system requirement, so this video is for them right now. So people who are not meeting system requirements can go with alternatives. So you'll find many videos to install Kali Linux as main OS or dual boot or Raspberry Pi and all. Okay. If possible in future, I'll make videos on it as well. But for now, you'll find me. So I'll go for people who are meeting the minimum system requirements, either i5 processor, any generation. And if you're having 8 GB RAM, that's good. Or above these specifications also very well and good. But people who are having i3 processor and 8 GB RAM also, this video is for them also. Some i3 processor also, some will work due to the cores, number of cores and processing speed and all, you can manage it. So starting off, if you are meeting the minimum system requirement, first thing what you guys have to do is, so you need to install two softwares, Kali Linux installation. So first of all, softwares which you have to install. I'll be mentioning these links, software links in the description. You guys can check it out. So one is you need to install WinRAR software, which is free. So using WinRAR, you can either compress file or you can just extract files. You can do a lot of things. WinRAR is needed for us in order to extract certain files right now. And apart from that, you can go for VMware. I would suggest VMware or VirtualBox. Many virtualization softwares are there. Okay. So I would recommend you to either go with VMware only. I would recommend more. So in VMware, you have VMware Player or VMware Pro also you have. But I would recommend you to go with VMware Pro because in future, if you guys are in ER segment training program, so in future, we guys will be also setting up pfSense firewall and all. Okay. So as we set up pfSense, we'll be needing to configure our network adapter settings. Okay. So it's better if you have VMware Pro because you'll have more access, even to configure your, network adapter settings and all, it will be easier. So go with VMware Pro. So few people will say VMware Pro is paid. So in that case, what to do? I should not recommend, but there are people who install VMware Pro and they will go for license keys. So in Google, you'll find license keys. I will not recommend. I hope you understand. But people do type VMware Pro license keys in Google and they'll find many websites which provides license keys where they just copy paste. So you just have to copy that license and paste it. If you do it, that Pro will get activated for lifetime. But up to you guys. I hope you are getting it. So should not promote any such things. as this video is going online. Okay. So softwares, you have to go with WinRAR and VMware Pro, install it. So I'll share the links also in the description. So very easy to set up Kali Linux guys. One is WinRAR, download it, latest version of WinRAR, download. Okay, you can see the 64-bit WinRAR. Download and install it for Windows. And apart from this, VMware Pro, download. So you'll be getting this link. This link also I'll attach it in the description. So if you scroll down, you can see Workstation 7 Pro, 17 Pro for Windows. You can click on download. So I hope after you download, you just have to click on it and say next to install. I hope you guys can do it, right? So you just have to download these two softwares, click on them and install. Just click next and install, nothing else. So once you guys install these two softwares, now the process. The process is step 1, download. So download Kali VM image. Download Kali Linux VM image. Okay, from kali.org. So kali.org is the official website of Kali Linux. So install Kali from kali.org, install Kali Linux. Okay. So download Kali Linux VM image from kali.org. So I'll just show you quickly. So if you guys visit kali.org, this is the official website of Kali Linux. Very simple. You have download option in here. Just simply click on download. Okay. So simply click on download and then you can see here installer image, virtual machine images. So go for virtual machine images. It's very easy. So if you click on virtual machines, if you click on this, they will redirect you to pre-built virtual machines. Pre-built virtual machines are, they're already pre-configured, they're already installed. Okay, so you're downloading already installed and pre-configured files. So you are not separately going to install anything. So you are downloading a pre-built VM image. If you guys have installed VMware, you can download this one. You can see 2.9 GB. Okay, VM image. If you guys have downloaded VirtualBox, you can download this one. 2.9 GB, you can see VirtualBox image. So as I recommended VMware, so let's say, assuming that you all have downloaded VMware image. So download this VMware image. Okay, 2.9 GB. So once you download this, once the download is complete, you guys, let's say you'll be finding, say in my case. So in your downloads folder, you'll find this. So you'll find the zip file in your downloads folder. Okay. So you'll find the zip file in your downloads folder. As you guys have installed WinRAR, you'll find this logo normally. But either way, so 2.9 GB file you'll be able to see. In my case, this is older version, 2022. So in your case, latest version will be there, 2024 version will be there this year. So you can right click and you can extract here. For a few people like this, you'll find extract here option. For a few people, it will show WinRAR. And if you just go to WinRAR, via WinRAR, you can say extract all. Okay, but either way, in my case, you can see extract here. So I can just click on extract here. So if I click on this, it will start extracting this file. Okay, and you'll find the extracted folder here. So from this compressed file, okay, zip file, all the files got extracted and you can see the extracted folder. So once you guys open this extracted folder, you can see many files you'll be able to see, in which there will be one file with a unique logo, with a unique icon, like this 3 pages icon you'll see. You'll see extension is .vmx extension, VMX extension. Okay. So if you find this file, double click on it and open with VMware. Okay, double click on it, open with VMware. So directly in VMware, you'll be able to find this. All the settings are pre-configured. You can see all of it is pre-configured. You don't have to make any changes. Okay, you'll find this power on virtual machine option. Let's say you guys, let's say for example, you couldn't find this VMX file, that's fine. What you can do is, it's easy to find anyways, but either way, the second way to import it into your VMware is, if you open your VMware, okay, workstation in home folder, you'll see here, open virtual machine. Click on open virtual machine and go to the extracted folder. In my case, I keep all my VMware virtual machines in one folder only. So go to extracted folder and you can see this file .vmx in that extracted folder. Select it and click open. That's it. Nothing else to do. Once you do it, you'll find this page. So once you find this page, you just have to click power on the virtual machine. So it will start virtual machine. So as you can see here. So nothing, no installation, nothing. You are already downloaded pre-configured VM image. So all the configurations, installation, everything is already done. So you just have to click power on virtual machine and you just have to log in into your Kali Linux. So as you can see in here. So the default username and password is Kali and Kali. So username is Kali. Password is also Kali. So default username and password is Kali and Kali. So this is how you can set up your Kali Linux. Okay. Very easy. So you just have to install 2 softwares. One is VMware Pro or VMware Player, and you have to install WinRAR software. Once you do it, you just have to download a pre-configured image file from kali.org, extract it and import. Then click power on. So your Kali Linux will be started. And you just have to log in with default username and password Kali and Kali. After doing it, what you guys have to do is, second step, you'll find terminal here. Once you open Kali Linux, you'll find terminal here, terminal emulator. As you have installed pre-configured Kali Linux, already configured machine, this machine is configured probably few months back. So in cybersecurity, daily you'll get security tools update. Okay. Your tool will be updated every day, every week. It will keep on getting, you'll get a lot of updates, a lot of patches. So what you need to do is the pre-configured VM, basically the tools which are there in Kali Linux, there are hundreds of tools pre-installed. All these are pre-installed tools. So it's always better to update and upgrade your repository. Okay, in your Kali Linux, once every 3 months, it's better to update and upgrade. So how to update and upgrade? First type sudo apt. You can say apt get update. Okay, so apt get update and click enter. It will ask for password. Type password KALI. Okay, so and click enter. Basically, I have typed KALI, but you'll not see anything. So don't think that your cursor got stuck or so, nothing like that. So it will be transparent. It will be invisible. Password. Okay, you can't see that you have typed. So after you type in Kali and click enter, I have typed Kali, and if I click enter, my repository will get updated. So in my case, I'm not going to do it. I'll say Control C to stop. So once update is done, remember guys, when you are updating or upgrading, make sure that your network is good, your internet is good. Okay. If at all you stop updating or upgrading process in between, your repositories will break and you'll get dpkg log errors. Where if in future, if you want to install anything, it will give you that annoying error dpkg log. It's very difficult to again recover it back. Instead, it's better for you to reinstall the entire operating system. So be careful in it. So sometimes this upgrade and update and upgrade process might take 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours also. It depends. So make sure that do it in daytime when you're awake. Okay, and make sure that your system will not go to sleep and the update upgrade process will stop in between. No, don't do that. So once you have updated your repository, next thing is upgrade. Okay, next is upgrade. So once update is done, upgrade. So again, so once you upgrade, while you are upgrading, it will ask you to continue or not. It will say Y or N. Y means yes, N means no. Just type Y and click enter. Every time it will ask to continue or so, just type Y and click enter. Okay, so in between it will ask you. So update and upgrade your repository. Okay, first thing what you have to do is, after you installing your Kali Linux, make sure that you update it. Okay, and upgrade. So I hope you understood guys the installation process. Okay, so if you guys have any queries, comment down in this session. So definitely if you guys are ER segment students, we already have a group, so you guys can text in the group. Okay, so thank you all. I hope you guys have got an idea about how to install Kali Linux in your system respectively. And if you're not meeting the minimum requirement, then as I told, there are many alternatives you can go, go for. Okay, it's not that if you're not meeting requirement, you can't have Kali Linux, nothing like that. So I have my Kali Linux installed in my mobile phone also. I have OnePlus 2, I have Kali Net Hunter installed in mobile phone as well. So if possible in future, I'll make that video as well. Okay. So thank you all. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you.